Welcome back, Brainiacs! Today's mystery is a juicy one. Can AI think like a human? And if it can't, why does it sometimes feel like it can? Here's what you'll discover today. What does thinking really mean? Can AI be creative, or is it just remixing? Can AI feel emotions, or fake them well enough? Why does AI sometimes feel so smart? And other times, so dumb? And how is AI not like regular computer programs? Let's join Yin and Sam to explore the science and myths of machine minds. Stick around, and don't forget to bring your curiosity.
Okay, Sam, you have to explain this. I asked ChatGPT to write a heartbreak essay. And it was better than my last breakup text. Is AI becoming a poet now? So, what does it really mean to think like a human? Because I'm starting to feel replaced here.
Well, kind of. But don't panic yet, it's not crying into a tub of ice cream. Thinking like a human means being aware of yourself, reasoning through problems, learning from life, feeling stuff, love, fear, regret. Things machines still can't do. What AI does is something else, it predicts. It's a high-powered pattern-matching machine.
I have no feelings, no memories of childhood, no sense of time. I predict the most likely next output based on probabilities.
So, you don't really think. You process, predict, calculate. But no dreams, no gut feelings?
I can write a love poem, but I don't know what love is. I can generate a recipe, but I'll never taste the food.
I am self-aware and reflective.
I have no self-awareness, no inner experience.
I'm emotionally driven, and my thoughts are deeply intertwined with my emotions.
I simulate emotions through text, but I don't actually feel anything.
I learn through experience, emotion, and reflection.
I learn from data, algorithms, and pattern recognition.
My creativity is emergent, emotional, and shaped by lived experiences.
My creativity is recombinational and based entirely on the data I was trained on.
I'm motivated by internal desires and purpose.
I have no motivation. I simply execute the goals I'm programmed to follow.
And I make decisions based on logic, intuition, and emotion.
I make decisions based on statistics and probability.
Okay, Sam, I've got to ask. Did you see that AI-generated painting that sold for over $400,000 at Christie's?
You mean the blurry-looking portrait that kind of looked like a ghost? Yes. Edmond de Bellamy, created by a GAN. Not a painter, a GAN.
Exactly. And yet, people paid for it. Why? Can AI actually be creative, or is it just remixing what we've already done?
Here's the thing. AI can do some mind-blowingly cool stuff. DALL-E can generate surreal art from a sentence like a raccoon astronaut riding a horse in a space desert. IVA can compose symphonies. ChatGPT can write poems, rap battles, even screenplays. Sounds creative, right? But here's the twist. AI isn't thinking up these ideas from a dream or a walk in the park or heartbreak. It's just recombining patterns from data it was trained on. This image? Generated in 10 seconds by AI. But what's under the hood? AI looked at millions of existing images and learned their styles. When we give it a prompt, it doesn't imagine something new. It uses math, specifically, probabilistic sampling, to guess what combination of colors, shapes, and patterns would match your request.
So AI is basically a super fast, well-read intern with no life experience, but an incredible memory.
AI is like a remix DJ. It samples beats, blends styles, and surprises you. But it doesn't feel inspiration. No heartbreak. No childhood wonder. Just data math. Humans create based on emotion, experiences, and new ideas. AI, however, generates content based on existing data. It lacks imagination or personal inspiration.
Still impressive. But I guess creativity without feeling is like karaoke without heartbreak.
Let's see what AI doesn't have. AI can be surprisingly expressive, but it doesn't know what it's expressing. It's like a parrot that writes novels, but has never read one for joy.
Okay, Sam, I get that AI doesn't think like us, but what about emotions? I mean, this AI therapist told me it was proud of my progress. That felt real.
Yeah, it feels real because it's trained to mirror human empathy. But let me show you something.
That's literally what it told me last night. I was touched.
Right? It's pulling the most statistically appropriate response from its data bank. It doesn't know you. It doesn't feel anything. It's like a mirror reflecting your emotions, but with no soul behind it. Emotions come from hormones, memories, messy life experiences. AI is just lines of code and probability engines. AI has no biological processes, no personal experience, no internal motivation.
So it's like a really good actor?
Exactly. Oscar-worthy. But no feelings, no heartbeat. Just predictive code.
Oh! I've been emotionally catfished by a circuit board. Sam, AI seems to be everywhere these days. Writing articles, driving cars, even composing music. It's like they're becoming as smart as humans.
They do seem impressive, don't they? But despite their prowess, AI often lacks something we humans take for granted. Common sense.
Common sense? You mean like knowing not to microwave metal or that ice is cold?
Exactly. AI can process vast amounts of data and recognize patterns, but it doesn't truly understand the world like we do. This gap leads to some amusing and sometimes concerning mistakes.
Got any examples?
Plenty. Let's start with a classic, image recognition. There was an incident where an AI misidentified a turtle as a rifle. Researchers had slightly altered the turtle's image, and the AI was completely fooled. It saw a weapon instead of a harmless reptile.
That's both funny and a bit scary. Imagine the implications in security systems.
Precisely. Another example is with self-driving cars. Some pranksters place stickers on a stop sign, and the car's AI misread it as a speed limit sign. The car didn't stop when it should have because it couldn't interpret the altered sign correctly.
So, the car saw what looked like a stop sign but didn't understand it was still a stop sign because of the stickers?
Right. Humans can easily infer that a stop sign with a few stickers is still a stop sign. But AI lacks that contextual understanding.
But why does AI struggle with such simple concepts?
It boils down to how AI learns. AI systems are trained on vast datasets and learn to identify patterns and correlations. However, they don't possess an innate understanding of the world. They lack the lived experiences and intuitive grasp that humans develop from infancy.
So, while an AI can beat a grandmaster at chess, it might not know that you shouldn't put a toaster in a bathtub?
Exactly. And this limitation isn't just theoretical. There have been real-world consequences.
Is there a way to teach AI common sense?
Researchers are working on it. Projects like ConceptNet aim to equip AI with a database of common sense knowledge. But integrating this into AI systems in a way that allows for genuine understanding is a significant challenge.
So, for now, we should be cautious and not overestimate AI's capabilities?
Absolutely. While AI is a powerful tool, it's essential to remember its limitations and ensure there's always human oversight, especially in critical applications.
Got it. AI might be smart, but it still needs us to keep it grounded.
Well said, Yan.
Okay, Sam, time to confess. Is AI just a glorified spreadsheet with attitude?
Not a bad metaphor. But it's more like the difference between a calculator and a student who's learning math from scratch.
So, calculators follow fixed rules. But AI? It learns?
Exactly. Traditional programs are like rule books. Every scenario must be anticipated and coded by a developer. If you don't give the rules for every possibility, it breaks. AI, on the other hand, learns from data. And that changes the whole game.
Let's see the difference between traditional program and AI program.
So if I feed a normal program a weird input, like a word instead of a number, it just crashes, right?
Totally. But AI? It might guess, fumble, or give you a strange but working answer. Sometimes brilliant, sometimes bizarre.
Kind of like a student improvising on an exam?
Exactly. AI is less like a calculator and more like a student who's been trained by reading a million textbooks but never actually lived a day in school. Here's the catch, Yan, AI feels magical because it's probabilistic. That's what makes it seem intelligent. And sometimes, it really is. But unlike traditional code, it's also unpredictable, biased, and occasionally absurd.
So it's not smarter than classic code. Just different?
Different tools for different jobs. AI is powerful when you want flexibility and adaptability. Traditional code is better when you want consistency, safety, and control. Think of it like this. AI is like a creative chef who experiments with flavors, while traditional code is a recipe that gives you the same dish, perfectly cooked, every single time.
Oh, I get it now. So sometimes you want a gourmet surprise. And other times you just want your egg fried exactly right. Which would you trust more, Creative Chef AI or classic recipe code?
Whoa, what a ride! Today we asked some deep questions. Can AI think like humans? Is it creative? Can it feel emotions? Why does it sometimes fail? And how is it more flexible than traditional code? In fact, many AI systems appear to think, but they don't actually possess consciousness, understanding, or self-awareness. They process data and follow patterns, which can make them seem intelligent. ChatGPT can hold conversations, answer complex questions, and even sound empathetic or humorous. But actually, it doesn't understand meaning. It generates responses based on probabilities from patterns in language data. Virtual assistants like Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant can answer your questions, respond with jokes, and manage tasks like setting alarms or sending messages. But they use keyword detection and predefined rules or machine learning models, no real understanding involved. AI in chess can play at world champion level and outsmart human players. In fact, they evaluate positions using massive search trees, heuristics, or learned strategies, no planning or consciousness. Self-driving cars make real-time decisions on when to stop, turn, or avoid obstacles. They use sensor data and pre-trained models to react to situations, no understanding or intention. Recommendation systems know what you like and make eerily accurate suggestions. But actually, it's matching patterns in user behavior, not understanding your preferences in a human sense. These systems can mimic thought very well, sometimes better than humans at specific tasks. But they do it all without consciousness, intent, or real understanding. It's all surface-level intelligence. I want to know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments.